Hi there, JJ here. And this is gonna be my mini account, war number 5, I think. Yeah, war 5. And normally I do my mini account and my main account together, but there is a special guest on my main account war video, so that one will be coming out separately. So here, my mini account is now in love, and right now we're gonna be taking Karolina Dean. And she is going to be doing very, very well, except I'm going to play very, very bad, and things will not go well, but that's for later. Here, I'm just going to throw an SB2 and do pretty good damage. I wasn't big boosted here because I moved 2 separate times, so here I didn't have like my big boosts. That's why my PI is barely below 40k. But yeah, I'm still going to nuke in a few specials. I think I'm just going to throw an SB1 and that's going to kill. Yeah, so less than 45 seconds. But like, yeah, it probably would have just been 2 SB2s if I was at the max boosted that I normally am. But yeah, it was a pretty easy fight. Just get out of the way of the first rock field and then it's nothing. This next fight is just me playing like trash. Like I just play really bad, but Karolina makes it out. So I probably should have just gone with an invuln and then baited an SB3 in the beginning and then just not worried about it, because my Karolina's unduped and I know there's like some type of shenanigans with like pulverizing armors, which would have been really good against his final phase. But yeah, there I get my SB2 off with 2 energy wounds. Then I bait the special while I'm just waiting in the sun. And I have the trank up. I get a heavy charge off. And it fully completes. And now I throw this other SB2. And that's going to be doing massive damage. I get some energy limit abilities up. I'm at 6 now. Then here's the part where it goes bad. With Blood in the Water, he hits me for a massive combo. It does a ton of damage. And then, yeah, so I just throw my SB2, and that kills. But a lot of lost health that could have been avoided. Still less than a minute, but, it's just potions. Just got to be really careful against that node. I really would recommend using an invuln boost. This fight, oh my god, this fight. This is just Prowler versus Domino, easy fight. But the lag I experienced, the glitching that I experienced in this fight was, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it from here, but I legitimately thought I was going to die. I was, like, not able to parry, not able to dex. Like, I don't know if you're able to see it. You can't really see it, but, like, I was struggling so much to get, like, basic sidesteps and parries off. Like, you'll see it in the gameplay. And normally I'm very comfortable with this, but there I didn't go for the sidestep. I tried to go for the double parry. Over here, I'm not sure what I'm doing. Getting slowly backed up. And here I think I'm just going to try to go medium into SB2. So medium, SB2. This is still 6-star Prowler, but it's Prowler versus Domino. It's a very easy matchup. That one takes her down to 63%, so I'm not really too upset. Then I get another falter off, and I go for a combo hits so that I can just push it to the next threshold. But, yeah, so she's at 4 intensifies. So the next power gain, she procs going to be pretty big, especially if I keep triggering them. So yeah, this power gains be pretty potent. As you can see, she's shooting, like gaining tons of power. Goes red, and I can't parry. I can't I'm physically like not like moving. Like you can't see it in the gameplay, but I promise you, when I was in this fight, I was like struggling to dex. And then she corners me. She spent an hour throwing that special. I dex it, or then I parry the last hit, medium, SB2. This is gonna take her to like, I don't know, like 20%, 25%. I'll try to bait another special one. And, just do medium. My falter was on cooldown, so there's no reason to do that. But yeah, so she's lucky, so I threw a few mediums. I parried that, and I'm just going to try to dex out, and then parry medium, and that should hopefully kill. 3 ruptures in the beginning, yeah, so that's going to take her out, but very scary fight for no reason at all, literally just because I was like lagging and glitching the entire time. I immediately restarted my game after this, especially because it took me like 6 seconds to get out of the loading screen. So yeah, I reset my game, and now we're fighting Sasquatch on node number This might be 35, I think. It's one I open and knockdown, I think. No, not one I open. It's the one, protection knockdown, and then it's, oh yeah, power reserve. So, right? I think if you get a certain amount of buffs, you gain power reserve. Yeah, so that's why there's normally like cosmics placed here. But yeah, the Sasquatch, not that big of a deal for Onslaught. Getting my pauses off, dashing in after, get a few heavies off. Then I think go into a relic, into a heavy to knock down with the timer. Then I'm gonna go into another one, and he triggers Wrath, so bait the special, and then I'm gonna heavy into special too, and it whiffs, and he just stands there. Thankfully, otherwise I would have been really bad. But yeah, I don't punish because of unstoppable. Bait a heavy, then punish that, get the protection down, and I get a pause. I heavy counter the special one, throw my special one, and that's going to do more than enough to get rid of him with all the extra Daunted that I have. So, yeah. My SP2 whiffing, which was probably on me. I probably threw it too early after knocking him down. But, you know, in the end, it didn't really matter. And the low times after the end of these fights are ridiculous. Like, I really hope I don't disconnect. That'd be, like, really bad. Anyways, next up, I have a fight that is literally just, like, not like you never think to send Onslaught to Maestro on a regen node, but like it works. Like it just works because you kill really quickly. I'm going to power start one, and then I'm just going to heavy attack into a special one, into a special two, and then those degens should kill, and if they don't, then I'll just throw an SB1 with the Daunted, and that's going to take him down. But one thing is that he purifies on his specials, so that means that the Daunted that I apply are going to become passive, so I'm going to be able to apply more than my normal stack of 10, which is another reason why Onslaught's very good here. Also, the root helps him a lot, you're going to see. So he's going to get rooted, then I'm just going to be able to go in. So I do a few heavies, doesn't matter. I catch him with the last hit, get easy heavies in, beta special. I'm currently at 12 neuroshocks, and then I pause his charges, pause my neuroshocks. I take a bunch of damage this fight from his cosmic radiation and from the pierce, but in the end it doesn't matter. See, he's doing decent block damage, having really bad AA, but then he, you know, gets rooted, and I can just throw him SP2, 12, 13 degens. They end up with 14 at the end. No, still 13. And then, yeah, so cosmic radiation is doing its thing, but it doesn't really matter. He throws SB1, but he's not in his mode yet, so I'm not rooted. He purifies the Daunteds. I only have 3. They stopped applying on the heavies after he gained the glancing because they are no longer being able to apply because of the glancing does reduce the body accuracy. But yeah, otherwise it's not bad. He gets rooted. Then I think I'm just going to dash in after, and he dashed in degen. So yeah, pretty easy fight. Definitely a fine counter. Yeah, next up we have Bullseye on node 41. It's a pretty straightforward fight with Onslaught. You're literally just gonna, you know, there's power focus, 2, and then bubble shield, but you're able to block unblockable special attacks. So when Onslaught's duped, so even if he goes unblockable mid special attack, it really doesn't matter. And then you're also gonna have the ability to just turn off the evade by just hitting him while he's stunned, and it'll go passive, and you can get a heavy off to pause your neuros. So yeah, PS1, then do the first hit of my heavy into a special one. I also could have done 2 lights to trigger the passive and then a heavy, but yeah, either is fine. I do a light into a heavy, and then bait the SB2. I'm going to get rooted after it, but it's fine. I'm just going to dex into a parry. I'm going to do a light. I probably could have heavy there, but doesn't matter. I have heavy over here. I'm watching Bubble Shield. I have 4 stacks. Not a problem. I can't heavy after he throws that heavy because he would have evaded. And yeah, it takes some hefty block damage there. But yeah, so I go for that, and somehow Onslaught has the heavy reach to hit that even on the route. And he's dashing back, so I decided to just chuck the SB2 into his block, and it does a crap ton of damage, like 33k per tick with the Daunted. And yeah, so he's just dead. Less than a minute. Onslaught cooks. And then next up we have a problematic fight. This is node 45 solvarch. And the thing about Karolina versus solvarch is that he stores up energy damage you do to him, and if you get hit, it hurts. And yeah, so this is cold snap bleed hazard shift with conflictor, and the thing is that the Conflictor is not consistent because normally Karolina's glancing abilities are like only 40%, but a regular glance is 100% ability accuracy reduction on block. So if you had a regular glancing champion, whenever you would parry, it wouldn't trigger Conflictor, but Karolina, that only happens like 40 or 60% of the time. It's one of those, so it's inconsistent. I'm not sure why her glancing is not like all the other glancings, but it can really be frustrating. Like, I think the attack reduction, so see there, it failed, and then I eat that, and that does a lot of burst because, and then, yeah, and he's in bleed, so I can't hit him, so I'm just light whiffing, I hit his block a bit, then I throw it into bleed, and I'm going to take a lot of damage from bleed this fight. There I got pretty lucky, but I'm going to take most of my damage from bleed and just the red burst. He doesn't actually hit that hard, but yeah, it's annoying. Then I'm going to take this same node next war, and I'm going to take a ton of bleed damage again. So yeah, I'm taking barely any block damage because of the glancing. It's great. And there it fails, but I was ready. And then I get clipped, and then it does 16k in red because of that. Then I throw this into bleed. I get 7 bleeds, and I think I'm dead. I block that, and it's doing a lot of damage. I dex out of the end, and I'm worried. He's at 5%, and I think I'm dead. And I'm gonna die, yeah, so I get the glancing, I get the dex. He's in bleed. I can't hit him once during bleed, because if I get a hazard shift, I'm gonna die. So I light whiff, or no. So yeah, I'm backed in the corner, 4%. Cold snap is back. I back up, try to get off special 2. I don't get the dex, it's glancing though. He's not duped, so the steadfast doesn't happen. And he's at 19%. And so I dex him again. He's in bleed, so I'm going to try to just hit his block. And the solo is possible still, just very unlikely. 3%, sun's fading. He's back in cold snap. I should just parry. And yeah, I don't. I waste the cold snap. And I should have hit him there, and I don't, and I have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm just going to get hit by the SB1, and it's going to kill me. So yeah, I just played super stupid there, super bad. Like, it's not a great matchup, but like, it's obviously very soloable, and there are multiple tries, even when I was at like 5%, that I could still salvage it, and I just didn't. So that one's 100% on me. Karolina's really good. I'm the bad one here. As you saw there, I failed the masochism with my not masochism, it was conflictor. My conflictor with the glancing, which isn't consistent, but yeah, anyway, so I get to my SB2 here, and then yeah, just heavy charge to an SB2. He dexes out of it. I had no idea how that happened. And I got a ton of bleeds on me, eating me away, and yeah, I just hate this node. I take this node again, and it's just frustrating. So yeah, I got the kill there. Just super annoying, rough fight, but this war was won a while before I joined, so it's fine. My last fight is Node 47 Lumatrix. It's really not a hard fight at all. Lumatrix sometimes can like hit you really hard with his like cunning passives and do like 20k crits, but most of the time he's pretty easy. Like in this fight, it's gonna go pretty well. I'm gonna fight another Lumatrix later in a later video. It's not gonna go as well, but I'm not gonna die. I don't come that close either. But yeah, so here it's just about using the unstoppable. The main thing that I made sure to do this fight, so I got hit there, the main thing I made sure to do is that when I threw SB2, I knew that I had more than 20 neuroshocks, so that I wouldn't proc the miss through the falter or the invisibility, just in case that happens. So I have 16, so I'm going to try to get to 20 before I'm SB2. I throw my heavy here. I'm at 19 now, so I just need 2 more neuroshocks, and then I'm safe to throw my SB2. I get a heavy, I'm at 21, so I'm going to try to get an intercept into an SB2 from the thing, and see I have the falter. If I didn't have the extra neuroshocks, the more than 20, I would have missed. He does a heavy attack, but I heavy counter it, which I've never done before. I didn't practice it at all, but, it wasn't really that hard. I got it on the spot there, and he died. So, yeah, a fine war, but that death was really rough. It's just upsetting that, like, I died, like, to that node, and then I'm going to fight that node again next war, and you'll see how that goes. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.